Hello everybody and welcome to another OgreCast. I am Ogre and I will be your host of this game of StarCraft 2 between Shadowsbane and Caesar, who happens to be me, and Line of Vision and Fibery Goodness. And this is, well, there's 3 Protoss and 1 Terran, so not going to see any Zerg in this one, but as you can tell, one person on our team, I'm not going to tell who, is fairly inebriated, but still managing to pull off a pretty interesting game here. So I'm just going to fast forward just a little bit. And so, yeah, not too much happening at the start here. As usual, just pumping out probes and things like that. We're going to take a look at what Line of Vision's doing. He's got a barracks right close to his command center. He's not bothering to wall off here. A lot of people do that just to save some economy. You don't get the, the walking distance, and you can get your builder back to building or mining or whatever it is that you want him to do. I am just sending a scout down here to check out what's going on in the base. I passed it an SUV and a probe, and this little guy is bringing some minerals with him, I guess, hoping to make it home somehow. Shadowsbane just talking about how much of a newbie he is for missing the gas. Looks like mine is already finished. I got a gateway up. Now, what you're going to see here is I am going to put a pylon right in the very back of this base. That spot there is really optimal because you cannot see it just from assimilators or refineries or whatever you put on the gas there. It's just out of range. And I get my scout into the Fibery Goodness base and am turned away quite angrily by his probe. I can see there's a cyber core going up. We got 2 barracks up for Line of Vision, so we know he's not going a Destiny Cloudfist build, which is barracks, then factory, and then a starport. So we can probably hope to see some Marines and Marauders and things like that coming out of these barracks. He has got an annoying little SCV in my base here, which I don't have anything coming out to kill him quite yet. I'm getting my second gas. Let's take a look at what Shadowsbane is doing. He's chrono boosting out probes, got a cyber core up, he's got a stalker coming and a second gateway, which I do not have quite yet. We've got, from Fibery Goodness, he's getting a second gateway coming up. We got a tech lab on there, nothing being research for Line of Vision. Looks like he is supply blocked himself, which is a common mistake. That's something you don't want to do. I finally have a stalker out to get rid of this annoying little SCV. I don't think he's really done too much damage. He hasn't seen much because I haven't even thrown up my second gateway yet. I've got 540 minerals saved up, which is not something that you want to do. And then I just throw down 3 gateways. Probably shouldn't have done that. I should have just thrown down 1, maybe 2 if I want to start pumping things out fast. But probably I should have just put down 1 more gateway there. And still chrono boosting out probes. At the income tab, everything is roughly even with a little bit of an edge. Not really much of an edge to speak of. I've still got my pylon here. Nobody has scouted that. He is sending an SCV, Line of Vision that is, sending an SCV down. He's already expanding, and as you can see from Line of Vision's view, he can't see the back there. He has not sent anything back to check it out. So the pylon is still safe. Looks like Shadowsbane is saying he's going Colossus, and he wants me to go Mass Zealots and Stalkers. And I often go Templars, and he's telling me not to tech up because he is teching up, so he doesn't want to get caught with his pants down, which is something that I frequently do to him. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm the greatest. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm a little bit noobish at times. Now, I put pylon right at the back here. I don't really know why I needed to do that, but when I always put my pylon here, so I'm a little bit paranoid that a probe might sneak in from the enemy, and he could do the same thing. So I'm massing up a little zealot and stalker force right here. We have that command center almost completed for line of vision. Let's take a look, see if Shadowsbane's got anything. Like, he's teching up, and he's almost got as much of a force as I do. So that just goes to show my newbiness. But I do have, well, we have fairly similar incomes there. I'm getting my expansion up. This is a fairly decently saturated mineral patch here. Have not sent anybody mining this assimilator. I'm sure that will happen soon. I'm still keeping on top of my pylon production. That's something that I am pretty bad at, is supply blocking myself, and not building in a steady fashion. Usually I'll supply block myself and then build like 3 or 4 pylons just so I don't have to remember it, which is not a very good tactic. Yeah, this is up. I've even got an assimilator built here because I want to start mining gas fairly early on that. Still have no probes on this gas. Looks like Shadowsbane sent out a probe to take that watchtower, which is good. I would like to thank him for that. Look how oversaturated he is there. He has got to get another nexus up. And yeah, it looks like just a Marine Marauder force there. We have a starport coming up for medevacs. Looks like line of vision is getting this saturated pretty well, a little faster than I am. Still no expansion from Fibery Goodness, and in fact, well, he's going Zealot Stalker, and we've got like a fairly similar type of army right now for Shadowsbane, but he's got 2 Robos coming up. He's got Colossi. Let's check out the production tab. We've got Charge coming for me, Zealot Legs that is. Looks like for our enemies, we've got another gateway, finally another nexus coming up. And just to show you guys the view from Fibery Goodness's point, look at that assimilator. Does not quite get the pylon. However, from my perspective, the pylon actually has slightly better view than the assimilator. So just in case you ever come across that, just because you can see the assimilator doesn't mean your pylon has actually been spotted. So anyway, back to the perspective of everybody. Looks like we've got a Templar Archives out for Fibery Goodness, which is, like I said previously, something that I like to go for. I am not very well saturated there. Decently saturated here. I could probably move a few probes over, but not gonna do that quite yet. An okay size force. As far as the army tab goes, it looks like, yeah, we've got Fibery Goodness in the lead with 2350. I'm a little bit behind him, but all in all, the army sizes are quite similar. I somehow have the best economy. Looks like, I guess I'm saturated at this one, and I guess also this line of vision, he must have stopped producing SCVs, so just a little bit of lag there because I'm pushing my computer pretty hard right now. But yeah, it looks like he's full on producing some Marines and Marauders. We got Colossus coming out from Shadowsbane. I am researching Psionic Storm. And we got 2 medevacs, a siege tank, an engineering bay, a reactor, the pre-igniter coming from line of vision. So he is teching really hard, which is why he doesn't have enough money to produce SCVs here. He doesn't have enough SCVs at his main mineral line. And so, like, what you want to see, yeah, that's a pretty good number from Fibery Goodness. And he's also transferred a good number to his expansion. Same with me. I mean, I've got a decent amount of probes going on here. So, like, if we look at the unit tabs, I have 52 probes. Shadowsbane has 49 probes. So, and that's what you want. Me and Shadowsbane, as far as economy goes, have a good amount of probes. We've been constantly producing them, and our income is going to show that. Yeah, we're up in the 1400 range. Our enemies are in the 1860 range. He just scanned Shadowsbane's Colossi.